Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. We are going to do a little bit of shooting today. It's going to be a vlog style of video, and we're going to be preparing for a couple of things. First of all, we're going to be preparing for Africa, getting the bow out here, and I'm starting to shoot, doing it multiple times a week. But at the same time, I also need to do some practicing and some shooting, period, anyways, and I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. But I have a big boar that's showing up to a feeder. And I'll drop some trail camera pictures in of this guy. And I just want to do a little practicing, a little brushing up, making sure that I can split some hairs whenever it comes down to it, because I know that I need to put the arrow exactly where it needs to go on this big guy to make sure that he goes down. And it goes down quickly. As you guys know in my last video, that sow did some crazy stuff. I didn't really let it discourage me or get me down. But whenever I came home, I thought, man, what can I do to make myself a little bit better? What can I do? More reps. So let's get some more reps. I'll drop in some tips and some stuff as we go along, and hopefully I can help you guys out as best as I can. But as we get towards the end of this video, you guys are going to have to stick around. You're going to have to watch all the way to the end. I've got some big news. It's something that I've been holding on to for a while. I've told you guys about it. My Attractant, my bait that I've been working on for so long. And it seems like I'd make a little bit of progress and then hit a standstill. And I either wouldn't have time or just resources or whatever, and I'm finally to the point to where I've got the material ordered and I've got everything that I need for my Attractant, and all I need to do is just start packaging it, putting it together, and I can't wait to get it out there to you guys. I'm not going to tell you the name still, but I'm going to build this up for a couple of weeks, and then I will be announcing it here before too long, and it will be up on my website. So can't wait to announce it as we get towards the end of this video. But for now, let's do a little bit of shooting, a little bit of practicing, and I'm going to practice the same way that I plan on practicing or hunting and shooting in Africa, and also in the stand. A lot of times I have my back bar on, a lot of times I don't. It's one thing that I would like to start shooting with more and kind of fine-tuning on my setup, because I think it's really great for windy days, or just in general for steadier shooting. And so I want to keep using a back bar, and I know I think it's probably more than like 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take this thing off and not shoot it, especially when I'm stalking, just because I don't like the extra weight. But I do like the way that it looks, and I do like how much better I shoot with the back bar on. So everybody's kind of different. It all depends on your preference, and it all kind of depends on how well balanced your bow is already with or without a back bar. So they're a cool little option. They're a cool little choice. I will leave mine linked down in the description below so you guys can check it out and see which back bar that I use and the little pieces that go along with it as well. And you can click on the link and just check it out and see what you guys think. With all that being said, let's get to shooting. You guys see my target down there? I'm picking an oddball range. I have no idea how far that is. Really? I could have killed that squirrel with a blow dart gun. Man. Oh well. I'm gonna find my rangefinder, maybe. So I like to pick oddball ranges, and I like to range them, find out what they are, set my sight to it, and shoot it for a couple of rounds. And I think it's a great thing to practice, because a lot of people kind of freak out when all they ever do is practice 20 and 30 yards, and then you get in the stand and you tell them, all right, now you have to shoot 25 yards, and it just kind of puts this little half an extra heartbeat in there, and you're like, oh, I've never shot 25 before, or I can shoot 25, but I'm used to just only shooting 20 and 30s. But you have to be prepared for anything whenever you're out in the field. So I like random yardages like 37 yards and 48 yards, and I mean, you could just pick all kinds of random numbers, 27 yards, 25, 33, and then just pull up and shoot to him. And you kind of train your mind, because whenever you get out in these situations out in the field, you know that you can shoot all these different distances and not have any fear of man, I've never shot that distance before. I don't know how my arrow's gonna fly. I don't know where my arrow's gonna hit at this distance, so on and so forth. Just get out there and practice it. Just take your target and go move it around in the yard in different locations. Practice a quartering away shot, practice a quartering two shot, practice a broadside shot, all different distances. It'll help you out. You really see your shooting out in the field improve a bunch. So I'm gonna take the range, we're gonna find out what this is and shoot it. 23 yards. Easy enough. Kind of got a cat back there in the back. He's out of the way enough. Set it for 23. Set it for 23, roughly. Let's shoot. Yes, I am aiming for the center O. Sweet. I like that. It helps boost your confidence, makes you feel good when you step out, start shooting some targets, and you can put it at a distance that you want to hit right where you're aiming. So let's run down here and take a look at these. Alright, so the first round, I was aiming for center O. It's 23 yards. Not bad. Not bad for my first two shots of the evening, and kind of warming things up, shooting a little bit. I got the wild child out. He's 10 different kinds of excited. So now I'm just gonna take this target. I'm gonna go over here in the yard. Let's try that. I moved the target. I was sitting right over there in the yard, about 23 yards or so. Here I'm sitting about 27 or 28 yards. But another thing that I like to do, and if it's possible, you guys should add obstacles into your shooting. So obviously here's a tree right here. Here's my block. I'll have to scoot my block over just a little bit, but it's always good to practice shooting with obstacles in the way. Practice every situation, I guess. That's tough. It's hard to balance up here.
It's gonna be hard to balance with that wind today.
Yeah, I know. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and move it over and kind of get in line with that tree and make it difficult to see that target. And it's just a mind training deal. You never know whenever you're gonna be out in the field and you're gonna have a whole group of hogs and you're looking for one, but you see some more that are butted up right next to it, but it's the only shot opportunity that you've gotten. So you gotta kind of cut it close, and you need to put the arrow in there, and this is just a great way to practice that. So I'm gonna put a tree in the way, and I will be shooting more over like right in here somewhere. So that tree will be kind of in the way. Doesn't have to be super close, but you know, you just get something there, and it's kind of an incentive not to destroy your arrow. So it like makes you make a good shot. And I know that if I'm off a little bit to the left, I'm gonna hit that tree and my arrow is gonna explode. So I don't want that. And it's just another one of those things that you guys can practice. So we're gonna take a couple more shots here, and I think I'm looking at about 28 yards or so. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take this first shot. I got the tree right there pretty close. I think whenever I scoot over, you guys will be able to see it from the backside, the whole view from the GoPro, and then also I'll show you guys a shot over here on this other camera. Little low, little low. Guys, these are the custom archery accessories, lethal injections. I'll leave them linked down in the description below so you guys can go check them out if you want to. I've been using them for a little over a year now, and I've absolutely loved them. I've got another dozen on the way, and I'll have at least another dozen on the way in the next month or so, because I'm taking 2 dozen arrows with me to Africa. I know why I'm hitting low. I didn't adjust my sight. That's alright though. Sometimes, not purposely, but sometimes I like to do that, because it's also a reminder that says, hey dummy, change your sight. But also I like to see where my arrows hit, you know, because my sight's set at like 22 yards right now, right somewhere around in there, and I like to know where my arrow is going to hit at about 30 yards. So that's 28. Obviously I'm hitting a little bit low, so it's good to know that information if I'm ever in the field and I'm hunting, stalking or whatever, and animals are constantly moving, and I arranged them first at 20 yards, and now they've taken some steps, they've moved a little bit, now they're out at like 25, 27, 28. Now you know where your arrow is going to hit, you know how you need to adjust accordingly. So another thing is, I also wanted to wait until it got a little bit darker, because I like pushing my limits in low light situations, because that's another one of those things that you just never know when it's going to happen. 2 years ago, whenever I shot my deer, I was sitting in the stand. I had 1 minute left of legal shooting light whenever I shot him, so it was darker than it is right now. So it's just one of those good things to practice. I know it was pretty dang bright out here whenever I first started, but waited for the time to kind of go by just a little bit, started dinner, and I did it for the purpose of being able to practice more in low light situations, because I find myself in that situation a lot, whether it be in a stand, out in the field, hunting, stalking around, whatever the case may be. It's always good to practice and be able to have confidence in yourself in that situation too. About the product, about the attractant bait, whatever you want to call it, I have been holding this off for a while and been kind of quiet about it, and so I know that I talked about it a little bit last year, and I just didn't get around to ever putting all the work and the effort into it, and I can't wait for you guys to try it out. I think y'all are really gonna like it. I've had great success with it. So let's take a step in here, and I'll kind of show you guys a couple of things. Well, I take that back. All my ingredients are buried right now, but this pitcher right here is what I mix it in. There's some previous mixture down in there. As you can tell, there's some corn. There's only about 4 to 5 different ingredients that I throw in there. Depending on which batch I make, sometimes only 3 ingredients. So I'm gonna sell it in 1 gallon tubs for now, and then if you guys end up really liking it and want more of it, I'll do a 2 gallon. I'll buy like a pallet of 2 gallon buckets with pry-off lids and handles. I will mix enough feed to fill those buckets, and then I'll get out the 2 gallon version for you guys if you like it. And I'm gonna be continuously like changing it, mixing it up, making it better, improving on the original product, and hopefully I can put out some super awesome feed, bait, attractant, whatever. Hopefully I can put out some of the best on the market, and something that works anywhere. And I've been testing it out, and I'm going to do some further testing. So I'm going to try it out the next time I'm in South Texas. I'm going to try it out more around here, because right around here in Central Texas is where I've been using it the most and had the best luck with it. And then I'm going to try it out in West Texas, maybe East Texas, several different places, and I'm hoping that statewide and hopefully countrywide where it's legal, it will be really good. I know that where the places that I've used it on my lease, it's been like as soon as I dump it out, the pigs or the deer find it and they are attached to it and stuck on it, and they will not leave until every last bit of it's gone. And then the hogs will literally stay and root everything around where I mixed feed. I'm going to be building myself a little system to help with the whole mixing process, and this is what I have been using, and then I'll take it out into the field either with this, and this is a 2 gallon version, and then of course that's a 1 gallon right there. I think the 2 gallon is going to be the better choice, but I started with 1 gallon size buckets, so you guys can test it and just see what you think. I bet it gets cleaned up really quick, but I know that a lot of you guys, especially in Texas, y'all are hunting all over the place, south, west, east, north, and so I'm excited for you guys to be able to try it out and just see how it works. See how it works on your place, and if it works great, then that means that you guys will have to drop a comment down below and let me know. And it's not up on my website yet, but in a future video you'll have to drop a comment down below and let me know how it worked for you. And also for this video, give me a big old thumbs up for new stuff coming, because I've been working on this for a while, and I know that I've mentioned it a bunch, and I just haven't ever gotten around to it, but we're doing it. We're taking big steps forward, and so I can't wait to get it up on the website for you guys so y'all can try it out. I think, and it's just me, I think that it's going to be pretty darn successful, and I think that you guys will really love it, and it'll be cheaper than pretty much everything that you will see on, you know, like Cabela's shelves and all those big name stores. I mean, you go in and you buy stuff like Big and J or some sort of Primo's Attractant or blah blah blah, or, you know, Realtree this or whatever. This stuff can get pricey. It really can. And so I want to keep this cost efficient, and I want it to be something that's affordable that works better than anything else. That's my goal. That's the goal that I set at the very beginning of this about a year ago whenever I first had this idea, and that's what I'm going to stick to, because I want it to be something that, again, like I said, works great and that you guys love and it's affordable. So with all that being said, I'm going to close this video out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that y'all enjoyed this vlog, and it was a ton of fun to film. If you like the archery practice, the target, the shooting, the tips, that sort of thing, drop a comment down below and let me know. And I love you guys. Y'all are amazing. Pig hunts will be coming up this week. Just so y'all know what's coming up next, I will hopefully, as long as the rain holds off, I'll have a hog hunt coming up for you guys this week, and I'm going to be taking my new Africa arrows to the woods to try to kill a big old boar. I'm going to test out my arrow setup that I'm going to be using in Africa with Bailey Sipple Safaris on a big old hog here in Texas, and hopefully it all goes as planned. You never know what I'm going to get into between now and then. I'm always getting into some crazy stuff. So you could see some bow fishing, you could see some blowgun hunting, you could see all kinds of stuff in between now and later this week when hopefully there's a hog hunt coming out. So love you guys. Y'all are amazing. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next one.